Welcome students. So today we will discuss the third day of current affairs as a part of UPSC Prelims 2025. Here something very important thing in the news is semi-cryogenic engine that is going to be developed by the ISRO. It is already developed and it is in the testing phase. Okay. So we will understand what is the difference between semi-cryogenic and cryogenic engine and where it is exactly going to be used. Actually, in previous classes I said when I talked about GSLV, see GSLV has three stages. One is solid stage, second is liquid stage, liquid means liquid fuel will be used, and finally third stage is cryogenic stage. So where it uses hydrogen plus oxygen. Here hydrogen is a fuel and oxygen is a oxidizer. So that is necessary to ignite. So this cryogenic engine has a very important characteristic is it provides very high amount of thrust. It's a heavy powerful engine aitundannamata. So it can take heavy payloads into geostationary orbits. So we discussed already what are the types of orbits. So I am not going to discuss it again. So but geostationary orbits are some orbit. They are the orbits at roughly 36,000 kilometers away from the Earth. Generally, communication satellites will be placed in it. Okay. Generally, at present, configuration of GSLV Mark III, it is a version. GSLV Mk3, it can take up to 5 tons, 4 to 5 tons to GTO, geostationary orbit. Okay, 4 to 5 tons. Now, the difference between cryogenic and semi-cryogenic is cryogenic uses H2O2. That means it uses hydrogen fuel. But semi-cryogenic uses kerosene as a fuel plus oxygen is an oxidizer. See, it is not a ordinary kerosene. It is a special variant of kerosene that is specifically used in rockets. Okay. So why we want to use this semi-cryogenic engine? First, let us understand why we want to use it. Actually, we want to replace the second stage with this stage. Clear? Cryogenic stage will remain same in GSLV. Solid stage will remain same. But liquid fuel stage will be replaced by semi-cryogenic. Why? See, even though semi-cryogenic is not so much powerful as cryogenic, see, cryogenic is highest stage of power. Okay. Semi-cryogenic is less powerful than cryogenic, but it is more powerful than this liquid one, liquid stage. I will discuss what is this liquid fuel we use, but let us remember this. Semi-cryogenic is less powerful than cryogenic, but it is more powerful than liquid fuel stage. That is one. So what it is believed, once we integrate the semi-cryogenic stage in this liquid stage, this power of this rocket will increase such that it can take 5 to 7 tons, let us say 5 to 7 tons to geostationary orbit. Now up to now it is 4 to 5 tons. It can take up to 5 to 6 or up even to 7 tons in some cases to GTO. So this will help to carry very heavy communication satellites, and it is also very important to carry Gaganyaan and future interplanetary missions which require more power or which require more power and more weight payloads. So the Liquid Propulsion Center is developing this and is also completed, trials are completed. That's why this is in the news. So coming to second stage, the second stage uses UDMH plus N2O2 fuel. Initially the liquid fuel that is used is UDMH plus N2O4. I think it is O4. So N2O4. UDMH plus N2O4. So UDMH means it is unsymmetrical dimethylene fuel. Okay. So it is no need to remember the name of the fuel. The issue with this fuel is it is a dimethylene fuel. Okay, DMA, dimethylene. So it is very poisonous and environmental issues are existing with this fuel, and moreover it has less power than semi-cryogenic engine. And one thing is important, this is costly than this. Three things. This liquid propulsion fuel is costly than semi-cryogenic, as kerosene is the fuel. And it is also poisonous. Third thing, it provides less power. So ISRO want to replace that less powerful poisonous fuel with a semi-cryogenic fuel, so that the cost is going to reduce, the efficiency of the system going to improve, and payload capacity. The payload capacity of the GSLV will be going to be improved, so that it can easily take heavy loads like Gaganyaan, interplanetary missions in future. Clear? So that's the main difference. The fuel difference is there with cryogenic and semi-cryogenic. But one more thing, for cryogenic, to store liquid hydrogen, we need minus 270 degrees of temperature. Very low temperature we need to store that hydrogen, because hydrogen is a gas. So in order to make it into liquid, we need to go for very low temperatures. So that is one issue. But coming to this kerosene, it can be stored at room temperature. That is one more advantage with semi-cryogenic, with cryogenic. Okay, so clear? So this is one thing that can be expected, the difference between cryogenic and semi-cryogenic. See, cryogenic is only powerful than semi-cryogenic. But we are not replacing here cryogenic, we are replacing the liquid propulsion issues, liquid fuel. Okay, it will improve the thrust. It is thrust, okay, it improves the thrust and also power of the GSLV. Okay. So this is one of the very important topics that need to be studied for these prelims. Then comes quantum technology. Say quantum technology is in the news because of two reasons. First thing is, it is because of Microsoft development of a quantum chip. Second thing, recently Niti Aayog gave a report that expressed a fear of quantum computing. They felt that the quantum computing is so powerful, so it can easily decrypt the encrypted data in the communication systems. See, when a communication is sent through a channel, suppose generally an electronic communication will be sent in the form of 0, 1, 1, 0. These are called bits. 0 is a bit and 1 is a bit. So no need to go so deep into the communication system. But remember, we will send some information through a channel. The channel may be through air waves in a cell phone, or through cable in a cable telephone, or through satellite communication. We will discuss next that. So it will be sent from one end. When we are sending, we will encrypt it. Encrypt means is nothing but a Telugu cinema. Manmadhur cinema code laga akasam erraga undi. See, we add some bit, okay, here, so that we are going to change the shape of the communication. And here there is a key. A key untadi vil daggara. If you use that key, this encrypted data will be decrypted. అంటే ఏం లేదు, ఇటు సైడ్ నుంచి ఒకటి పంపుతున్నప్పుడు విల్ ట్రై టు యాడ్ సమ్ బిట్ 0, 1 అనుకుందాం. ఇది మెసేజ్, ఇది సమ్ ఎన్క్రిప్షన్. సో వీడికి మాత్రమే తెలుసు ఈ ముందుండే 0, 1 తప్పు తీసేయాలి మనం మెసేజ్ చదివినప్పుడు అని. సో దట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ కీ. సో దిట్ ఈస్ ఎన్క్రిప్షన్. ఇక్కడికి వచ్చేది ఏమొస్తుంది, 0, 1 ఇది వస్తుంది. 0, 1, 1, 0, 0. వీడికి ఏం చెప్పారు, రే ఫస్ట్ రెండు జస్ట్ ఎన్క్రిప్షన్ తీసిపాడే. సో దెన్ హీ విల్ రీడ్ దిస్ మెసేజ్. దిస్ ఈజ్ ఎన్క్రిప్షన్ అండ్ డిస్క్రిప్షన్. ఇప్పుడు నీతి ఆయోగ్ చెప్పేది ఏంటంటే, సి ద క్వాంటమ్ కంప్యూటింగ్ ఈజ్ సో పవర్ఫుల్, ఇట్ కెన్ డిక్రిప్ట్ ద డేటా సో ఫాస్ట్ without need of this key. So it is very issue with security of the nation, because military information అన్నీ కూడా కాంప్రమైజ్ అవుతాయి. So that's why this is in the news. Now we will see what is this quantum systems. See, quantum mechanics deals with particles with sizes. Means when particles enter into the quantum state, their behavior are going to be changed, and they have 2-3 properties which are very much useful in computing and communications. See, ikkada quantum computing ante enti, quantum state ante enti anta deep ga avasam ledhu. But quantum state is something that changes the characteristics of atoms, subatoms, so the particles in the system. So when they go to the quantum state, they acquire a new properties. See, nanoparticles చూస్తే when you see a nanoparticle, what is a nanotechnology? When a particle becomes so small, tiny, it property is going to change. నార్మల్గా ఉండే సైజుకి ఉండే పార్టికల్కి ఉన్న ప్రాపర్టీ నానో సైజ్కి వెళ్ళేటప్పటికి చేంజ్ అయిపోతుంది బికాస్ ఆఫ్ చేంజ్ ఇన్ టెన్షన్, చేంజ్ ఇన్ వెలాసిటీ, various reasons. Similarly, when a particle enters into a quantum state, it acquires a new properties. The property is called superimposition, entanglement, quantum decoherence. So what is superimposition? See, in a superimposition, see, I will give you in a very layman terms that is very useful to you. See, generally, a electron can exist in 0 or 1 state. See, I am going a little bit of physics. That is not much important, but understand the concept. That is very important. Electron can exist in 0 or 1 state. In quantum state, the same electron which may be at 0 or 1, అంటే జనరల్ స్టేట్లో ఆ పర్టికులర్ పార్టికల్ అయితే 0 అవుతుంది లేకపోతే 1 అవుతుంది, రెండూ కాదు. అయితే క్వాంటమ్ స్టేట్కి వెళ్ళేటప్పటికి that particle can exhibit or can exist in both the states, and 0, 1 can the same particle act చేస్తుంది with little bit ignition, with little bit change అంతే. సో దట్ ఈస్ సూపర్ ఇంపోజిషన్. దీనివల్ల అడ్వాంటేజ్ ఏంటంటే కొంచెం లోపలికి వెళ్ళగా మాట్లాడదాం. సి హియర్ ఐఎమ్ యూజింగ్ సింగిల్ బిట్ కదా. సి ఒక బిట్ ఒక స్టేజ్లోనే యాక్ట్ చేస్తుంది. బట్ ఇన్ సూపర్ ఇంపోజిషన్ సెస్ ద సేమ్ బిట్ కెన్ యాక్ట్ యాజ్ 0 or 1. దట్ మీన్స్ ద సైజ్ ఆఫ్ ద కమ్యూనికేషన్ గోయింగ్ టు చేంజ్. సిమిలర్లీ, బికాజ్ ఇట్ కెన్ ఎగ్జిస్ట్ ఇన్ 2 stages, సో ఇండివిజువల్గా ఆపరేషన్ చేయడం కంటే కూడా ద సింగిల్ పార్టికల్ కెన్ ఆపరేట్ విత్ ట్వైస్ ద స్పీడ్. సో ఏం చెప్తారంటే, బికాస్ ఆఫ్ దిస్ ప్రాపర్టీస్, దిస్ ఇస్ ఇంపార్టెంట్, ద స్పీడ్ ఆఫ్ క్వాంటమ్ కంప్యూషన్ increases exponentially, not linearly, it increases exponentially. Okay, రెండోది entanglement. Entanglement means, suppose let us take, this is A, this is B, let us say these two are quantum particles. Entanglement means they are linked such a way that if I change A, B also changes. If I change B, A also changes. Okay, this is one of the property called entanglement. This can be used in quantum communications, because if something here changes, the output also going to change. That entanglement will be there. And finally, the quantum decoherence. See, this quantum state, maintaining this quantum state is very difficult. See, with little bit interaction with outside environment. See, quantum state ki తీసుకెళ్ళడానికి ఈ ఎన్విరాన్మెంట్ సరిపోదు. వి యూజ్ ఎ స్పెషల్ ఎన్విరాన్మెంట్, స్పెషల్ టైప్ ఆఫ్ మెటీరియల్స్. ఓకే, దెన్ ఓన్లీ పార్టికల్స్ విల్ స్టే ఇన్ క్వాంటమ్ స్టేట్. ఇఫ్ సపోజ్ డ్యూ టు సమ్ డిస్టర్బెన్స్ డ్యూ టు అవుట్సైడ్ ఎన్విరాన్మెంట్, immediately the particles will come to normal state. They will use that quantum properties. That is called quantum decoherence. Okay, superimposition means the same particle can act in 2 states, 2 or multiple states. Entanglement means the linking between 2 quantum particles. Finally, quantum decoherence means when a quantum particle interacted with the environment, it is going to lose its quantum properties. Okay, so you see qubits. See, as I said, in a digital communication, this is 0. The low is represented with 0. This is 1. This is 0. This is 1. నేను కొంచెం డీప్గా చెప్పడానికి ట్రై చేస్తా. సి వెన్ ఐఎమ్ స్పీకింగ్, సి ఇట్ ఈస్ అవుట్ ఆఫ్ సిలబస్. ఇఫ్ యు ఆర్ ఏ కమ్యూనికేషన్ స్టూడెంట్, యూ కెన్ అండర్స్టాండ్ కమ్యూనికేషన్ ఇంజనీరింగ్. సి ఇఫ్ ఐఎమ్ స్పీకింగ్, my voice will have some frequency, because this is a mic that converts voice into analog signal. Analog signal means a signal which is continuous. Okay, see, when it is converted into analog signal, that is nothing but a current, to be frank. So electrons moves. Okay, current is nothing but a flow of electrons. See, So then it is converted into, this analog will be converted into digital in the form of 0 and 1. 0 and 1. Clear? Then it is transferred. Okay. Here we use the electric signals, that is electrons. As I said, current is nothing but electrons. For 1 and 0, to represent 1 and 0. A single electron represent 1, single electron represent 0. However, when you are using qubits, for transferring, the qubit can exist in, the single qubit can work both as 0 and 1. That was the property of superimposition. Because of this property, we need less time to communicate. At the same time, the computer also works in the form of digital only. So when I use qubits, the computer speed also going to be increased exponentially. Clear? So crux of the matter, and if you not remember all the things, that is not the issue. What you need to remember is quantum is a state where the properties of the material going to be changed. That property is nothing but superimposition, entanglement and decoherence. And these properties can be used in communication, quantum computing, etc. The quantum computing has exponential power. Computing is nothing but a solution of some issues, okay, right? Computer used to solve various things. So the quantum computer will have greater, faster rate of computational power compared to an ordinary computer. And that power is not linear, exponential. Exponential means it goes like this, 1, 4, 8, like this. Linear means 1, 2, 3, 4. That is mathematics, leave it. So such a high power. Similarly, the quantum communication uses the principle of entanglement and quantum decoherence. So it is very safe way of communication compared to compared to bits. Okay. So some of the applications, if you see some of the applications of this quantum computing, first application is to solve critical problems. With nowadays the input to the computers are becoming very high. Suppose if I want to predict the weather with very high accuracy, I need lot of feed, so that the sensors, weather sensors, temperature sensors, velocity sensors, and we have radar signals, all this. This is very, very, very high amount of data. The conventional computers are slow in predicting weather. If instead of that one, if I use a super fast quantum computer, I can predict the weather much more ahead with much more accuracy. This helps in disaster management. Okay, and also giving better climate related news to the people, especially to the farmers. That is one thing. Similarly, in research, when you take a research on power system, see, in smart grids, take an example of smart power grids, it has huge amount of data. Again, quantum computer can do it well compared to conventional computers. Right? Next, come to quantum communication. See, quantum communication is a very secured communication compared to ordinary communication because it can't be easily broken down. Okay. So that's why India also launched a program called National Quantum Mission with 6,000 crores. And it want to develop quantum computers, quantum communication technologies under it. Similarly, see, it want to develop quantum computing, cryptography, that means it is used for cryptography, means it is used for communication, and sensors also. Okay, and ISRO's twist, quantum experiments using satellite technology, is one of the early initiatives of our India toward this quantum technology. The leader in the quantum technology is again China. China is the first country that launched a quantum communication system in the world. Okay, still we are catching up. See, remember, this is very important technology, somewhat difficult technology also to understand. AI and robotics is very easy to understand, but quantum, which requires a much more deeper understanding. But you don't need to the deeper understanding. What you need to remember is the superposition, entanglement, and decoherence, and what are their applications. That's it. Wherever a high computational value is necessary, we can use quantum computers. Okay, Starlink. So why the Starlink in the news is, see, in the Ukraine and Russia war, the Starlink is providing the satellite communication to the Ukrainian forces. Okay, as US is now backed out of this war, it want to settle. The Starlink also reluctant to support these operations. So that's why this is in news. Okay, Starlink is a satellite communication system. See, generally, in order to power the data, we use spectrum. Spectrum is nothing but air. See, idoka tower. So through the air, the data will be transferred. So the air they have a certain frequency. Through that, the mobile signals or data signals getting transferred. In satellite communication, what we use, instead of these towers, we use the satellites in the orbits to send and receive the data. At the ground level, we have some sending area and we have receivers. So middle, we don't have these towers. So the satellite will help to transfer the data. This is satellite communication or satellite provided internet. Okay, what is the advantages of the satellite internet is, see, in difficult terrains and remote terrains, it is very difficult to lay the cables or the towers. In that area, the satellite communication is much more helpful. Similarly, in warlike situations, just like in Ukraine, where the communication channels are destroyed, satellite communication is very much useful for security forces. Okay, see, this Elon Musk's Starlink places its satellite in lower Earth orbit. Lower Earth orbit means that is around a maximum up to 2000 kilometers. So he placed thousands of satellites in low Earth orbit. So that satellites will help in satellite communication. So features of the Starlink is global coverage. So it works in remote areas, even in oceans, deserts, mountains, where fiber cables are difficult to lay, and it is having very high speed. So it can go up to 250 Mbps to 1 Gbps. That is not important value, but it is very fast. And it has low latency. Why low latency? The distance between Earth and low Earth orbit is less compared to geostationary orbit or geotransfer orbit. So ikkadi nunchi ikkada signal రావడం కంటే ikkadi nunchi ikkada రావడం దగ్గర కాబట్టి the late అనేది కూడా చాలా తక్కువగా ఉంటుంది. It's very fast అన్నమాట. He said 20 to 40 milliseconds. Easy to set up, just you need a dish and power source. Works in motion. So even it can be used in cars, everything. Okay. And something in use is utilized. Telecom satellite. See, as Starlink want to go back, as Europeans are more concerned with Ukraine and their security, they want to use this European telecommunication satellite to provide a satellite communication to Ukraine forces. That's why this is in the news. So it is also a satellite communication system. The question may become like this: European telesatellite is what? It is a satellite communication system, and it places its satellites both low Earth orbits and geo Earth orbits. Okay, ఎందుకు రెండు చోట్ల ప్లేస్ చేశారు అంటే, see, low Earth orbit లో ప్లేస్ చేస్తే we need more satellites to cover globally. అది high Earth orbit లో ప్లేస్ చేస్తే we need less satellites to cover globally. ఓకే, అయితే అన్నీ ఇక్కడ ప్లేస్ చేయొచ్చు కదా, తక్కువ పడతాయి కదా అంటే లేట్ అవుతుంది. సో ఏ కాంబినేషన్ యూజ్ చేశారు. సో ఇట్ ఈస్ యూజెస్ బోత్ జియో ఎర్త్ ఆర్బిట్స్ అండ్ లో ఎర్త్ ఆర్బిట్స్ ఆల్సో. ఓకే, సో కంపేర్డ్ టు Starlink, it is less speed. Okay, this European telecom satellite is operational in India. India using the services of this European satellite. But still Starlink is not permitted to operate in India. Not still permitted because of security reasons, and also it needs a license from DOPT, Department of Telecommunication, DOT. Still Starlink is not operational in India, but we are using European satellite. So I just want to say here, what is a satellite communication system? That uses satellites in the orbits for communication. It can be used for providing internet and telecommunication to remote areas, oceans where ordinary fiber cables can't reach. And Utelesat and Starlink is one of the satellite communication systems. That's it. This is important. This satellite communication system, the question was asked in previous prelims question. From tomorrow onwards, when I am teaching some concept, I will try to take some previous prelims question so that you can understand how the questions may come. When it comes Ganges River dolphin. See, this is in the news because recently a census happened on this Ganges River dolphin. So that is why it is in the news. It is our national aquatic animal. Okay. Dolphins are mammals. What are mammals? Mammals gives milk. Okay. So Indus dolphins is a freshwater dolphin. That is very important. It is not a saltwater dolphin. We have saltwater dolphins in we say Mekong. We have China. China there is a dolphin. I not remember the name at present. We have saltwater dolphin, but India we have freshwater dolphin. This is Ganges dolphin. It is found in Nepal, India and Bangladesh. In India especially, it is found in Ganga and Brahmaputra river systems. Means it will be there in Ganga, Yamuna and its tributaries, and Brahmaputra tributaries also. Okay. So IUCN status, it is endangered species, and it is in appendix 1 of CITES list. Okay, and it is also part of Schedule 1 species in India Wildlife Act, Wildlife Protection Act 1972. Coming to its habitat, you can see it is found in Ganga, Yamuna, Chambal, Gandak, Brahmaputra, Meghna, because these are all part of Ganga and Brahmaputra river systems. Okay, mainly in India, Bangladesh and Nepal. Requires a deep, slow-moving waters with high fish availability because these feed on the fishes. Okay, so it requires deep waters, slow-moving waters. Okay, turbulent waters like undavu. ఒకటి రెండోది పొల్యూటెడ్ వాటర్స్ ఇవి ఉండవు. ఓకే, దే విల్ డై కంటే కూడా దే కాంట్ గివ్ బర్త్ టు న్యూ వన్స్. ఓకే, జనరల్లీ ద Ganges dolphin is a blind dolphin, it can't see. Then it uses echolocation. Echolocation means it gives some sound. See, echolocation ante suppose this is a dolphin. Suppose let us say here there is a fish anukundam. It makes some noise and it will go and it will reflect back. Okay, based upon this deflection, this dolphin can calculate the distance of the fish, and even it can calculate the distance and it can also identify what it is. That is the ability. So it is called it is a blind dolphin. It hunts fish, shrimp, etc. based upon these sound signals only. Clear? And it comes up occasionally to outside the water to get the breathing. So it is declared as a national aquatic animal of India in 2019, and there is a project Dolphin was launched in 2020. And this is important. Vikramashila Gangetic Dolphin Sanctuary is in Bihar. Vikramashila Gangetic Dolphin Sanctuary is in Bihar. It is the first dolphin sanctuary in India. Now UP also proposed to establish its own dolphin sanctuaries, but the first dolphin sanctuary is in Bihar, Vikramashila Dolphin Sanctuary. Okay, that is about Gangetic dolphin. Say something also in the news is Ongole breed. Ongole breed, that is belongs to Andhra Pradesh Prakasham district. So that is an indigenous cow breed. So tomorrow we will try to take that one. We will try to give the names and the states of indigenous cows, because already that question was asked in prelims. So we may expect this time in matching. Okay. So National Registry of Citizen, NRC. See, the NRC is in news. It was recently Home Minister talked about this NRC. NRC is nothing but National Registry of Citizens. Means it is a register that contains names of the citizen of the country. India, it contains names of Indian citizens. See, citizenship is different, Aadhaar is different. Aadhaar is not a proof of citizenship. If you see in your Aadhaar, it clearly mentioned it is not a citizenship. So, but NRC consists only the names of only the citizens of the country, not the residents. See, India lo citizen undochu, non-citizen kuda undochu. Non-citizens lo malli rendu rakalu untaru, legal and illegal. A legal non-citizen means a person who is residing in India with government permission. Maybe he is from US, he came to work 1 year in India, maybe to some software company. So he is a legal non-citizen. Some people will be there, sir, like Rohingyas, they came, or Bangladeshis. They enter India without a valid document or without approval of the government. They are called illegal non-citizens. Okay, illegal migrants or. Okay, this NRC consists of only names of citizens of India. The first NRC that was done in 1951. That too in Assam. See, ఇండియాలో ఒక్క అస్సాంలో తప్ప ఎక్కడ కూడా ఎన్ఆర్సీ జరగలేదు ఇప్పటి వరకు. సో దేర్ ఇస్ ప్రపోజల్ టు కండక్ట్ ఎ నేషనల్ వైజ్ సిటిజన్షిప్ ఎన్ఆర్సీ రిజిస్టర్, బట్ టిల్ నో ఓన్లీ ద స్టేట్ దట్ హ్యాస్ ఎన్ఆర్సీ ఈస్ అస్సాం. ఇట్లీగా అట్లా అస్సాంలో ఒక డిఫరెంట్ ఇష్యూస్, ఎందుకంటే నార్త్ ఈస్ట్ మైగ్రేషన్ ఈజ్ అ బిగ్ ఇష్యూ. కాబట్టి 1951లోనే ఒక ఎన్ఆర్సీ కండక్ట్ అయింది అస్సాంలో. తర్వాత 1971 బంగ్లాదేశ్ పాకిస్తాన్ వార్లో నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ బంగ్లాదేశీస్ మైగ్రేటెడ్ ఇల్లీగల్లీ టు దిస్ అస్సాం. సో బికాస్ ఆఫ్ దిస్ ద అస్సాం మూవ్మెంట్ కేమ్ అప్. సో అట్ ద టైమ్ later there is Assam Accord was signed in 1985 under Rajiv Gandhi government. They promised that they will conduct NRC, National Register of Citizenship, to identify the original Assamese, and they want to deport back the non-citizens or immigrants, illegal immigrants. Okay, so recently an NRC was conducted in Assam, okay, with the order of the Supreme Court, and nearly 20 lakh illegal migrants were detected. Illegal migrants అంటే ఏమీ కాదు, దే డోంట్ హ్యావ్ ఎ వ్యాలిడ్ డాక్యుమెంట్స్. సో నేను ఇండియన్ సిటిజన్ అని చెప్పడానికి వాడి దగ్గర వ్యాలిడ్ డాక్యుమెంట్స్ లేవు. అలాంటి వాళ్ళని ఆ ఎన్ఆర్సీ నుంచి ఎక్స్క్లూడ్ చేస్తే 20 లక్షల మంది తేలేరు. సో వీళ్ళకి ఉండే ఆప్షన్ ఏంటి? వెన్ సమ్ నేషనల్ లిస్ట్ ఆఫ్ సిటిజన్షిప్ కండక్ట్ చేస్తున్నప్పుడు ఇఫ్ యూ డోంట్ హ్యావ్ ఎ వ్యాలిడ్ డాక్యుమెంట్స్, వీ హ్యావ్ సమ్ ఆప్షన్స్. సో వాట్ ఆర్ ద ఫస్ట్ ఆప్షన్ ఈస్, ఫస్ట్ వీ హ్యావ్ టు ఫైల్ ఎన్ అపీల్ ఇన్ ఫారెన్ ట్రిబ్యునల్. సార్ ఇలా నన్ను ఎన్ఆర్సీ నుంచి ఎక్స్క్లూడ్ చేశారు, అయితే నా దగ్గర కొన్ని డాక్యుమెంట్స్ ఉన్నాయి కానీ అలా అడిగిన డాక్యుమెంట్స్ లేవు, బట్ నేను సిటిజన్ ఆఫ్ ఇండియానే అని ఫారెన్ ట్రిబ్యునల్లో కంప్లైంట్ చేయొచ్చు. ఫారెన్ ట్రిబ్యునల్ మే ఎంక్వైర్ ఇన్ ఇట్ అండ్ ఇట్ కెన్ సే ఎస్ ఆర్ నో. ఒకవేళ ఫారెన్ ట్రిబ్యునల్ కూడా నువ్వు సిటిజన్ కాదురా అంటే దెన్ యూ కెన్ గో టు హైకోర్ట్. హైకోర్టు కూడా కాదంటే సుప్రీంకోర్టు. ఇంక సుప్రీంకోర్టులో కూడా నువ్వు సిటిజన్ ప్రూవ్ చేసుకోకపోతే యు ఆర్ ఏ ఇల్లీగల్ మైగ్రెంట్. దెన్ ద ఆప్షన్స్ దట్ రెస్ట్ విత్ ఇండియా ఈజ్ ఇట్ కెన్ డిపోర్ట్ బ్యాక్. సపోజ్ బంగ్లాదేశీస్ ఇండియాలోకి అక్రమంగా వలస వచ్చారు, దే ఆర్ ఇల్లీగల్ మైగ్రెంట్స్. ఆఫ్టర్ కండక్టింగ్ ఆఫ్ ఎన్ఆర్సీ ఇన్ ఇండియా, assume if we got around 1 to 2 crores of illegal migrants, we have certain options. One of the first option is identify the person who came from which country. Suppose he is a Bangladeshi, talk with the establish that he is a Bangladeshi and talk with the Bangladesh government and deport them back. Just US is doing now illegal migration, right? The illegal migrants, they are identified and they are deported back to their nations. Similarly, India can do like that. At present, what happening is, in Assam, those people who are found out as illegal migrants, వాళ్ళకి ఒక క్యాంప్స్ సెట్ చేశారు. సో ద పీపుల్ ఆర్ లివింగ్ ఇన్ దోస్ క్యాంప్స్ దే ఆర్ ఫైటింగ్ ఫర్ దేర్ ఓన్ సిటిజన్షిప్. ఓకే, ద క్రక్స్ హియర్ is what is NRC, what it contains. So the state which has happened NRC, that is Assam. Recently also Assam as NRC. So when you lost your citizenship, you can go to foreign tribunal. If not, then go to High Court, then go to Supreme Court. This is the way to go. So we have options, may deport or not deport, depending upon it. It is not easy for India to deport so easily. Enduku ante, see when US is deporting its illegal migrants out of prelims, just understand. When US is deporting out of deporting its illegal migrants, we, India as a responsible country, we are accepting our citizens. అరే వాళ్ళని ఏం చేయొద్దు, మా ఇండియా వాళ్ళే పంపండి ఇండియా కానీ మనం తీసుకుంటున్నాం, వీఆర్ యాక్సెప్ట్. బట్ బంగ్లాదేశ్ ఈజ్ నాట్ గోయింగ్ టు యాక్సెప్ట్, ఇట్ ఈస్ నాట్ ఇన్ ఏ పొజిషన్ టు యాక్సెప్ట్. Even though Bangladesh knows that it is their citizens, Bangladesh consistently denying they are not our citizens. So irresponsible behavior by a country. So if there is a country responsible గా మా సిటిజన్స్ తప్పు చేశారు, సరే పంపండి, వాళ్ళని ఏం చేయొద్దు అంటే ఇండియాలో తీసుకు తెచ్చుకోవచ్చు, తప్పలేదు. కొన్ని కంట్రీస్ ఏముంటాయి, అరే వెళ్ళిపోయినాడే బెటర్ రా బాబు, మనకి మళ్ళీ మన నెత్తికెత్తి ఎక్కువని అనుకున్నారు అనుకోండి, ఆడు మా సిటిజన్ కాదురా అంటారు, బంగ్లాదేశ్ యాక్సెప్ట్ చేయదు. అప్పుడు ఇండియా ఏం చేయాలి? ఖచ్చితంగా వాళ్ళు ఎక్కడో పెట్టో లేకపోతే ఏదో వీ షుడ్ డూ సంథింగ్, మేమే గివ్ ఏ లీగల్ మైగ్రేషన్ ఏదో ఇవ్వాలి. సో అందుకే మన ఇండియా డిపోర్ట్ చేయట్లేదు, ఐడెంటిఫై చేయట్లేదు. ఐడెంటిఫై చేస్తే బంగ్లాదేశ్ ఈజ్ నాట్ రెడీ టు యాక్సెప్ట్, పాకిస్తాన్ ఈజ్ నాట్ రెడీ టు యాక్సెప్ట్, ఆఫ్ఘనిస్తాన్ మే నాట్ బి రెడీ టు యాక్సెప్ట్. సో ఇండియా ఈజ్ రెడీ టు యాక్సెప్ట్ బికాస్ ఇండియా ఈజ్ మోర్ రెస్పాన్సిబుల్ టువర్డ్స్ ఇట్స్ సిటిజన్స్. ఓకే, దట్స్ ఇట్. సో that is today discussion on current affairs. So from tomorrow I will try to add some previous prelims question when I am discussing some topic, if it comes before, so that you can understand what type of questions will be asked. Right? Thank you.